So we had our first son. I don't know if I can.
You can do it.
Okay, I need a minute.
Yep.
The last time I saw her alive was when I watched her cross our driveway to go down to the shop.
I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating, I was having these panic attacks. It turned out that I had PTSD from the vision of Ryan's last moments and how he looked when he was found.
Bo's Heavenly Clubhouse was founded in 2016, 1 year after our son, Bo William Hartwig, died of the adenovirus, which is the common cold. At first, we just started with support groups here in Beaver Dam, and then we slowly branched out to care packages, and we also help with funeral expenses for children that are 18 years and younger in the state of Wisconsin. Bo's Heavenly Clubhouse essentially fills a need that is not provided in the community that we live in. When we were going through the loss of Bo for the first year, I felt very alone. We felt kind of like we were the only ones at that point, which we knew wasn't true. We, as an organization, we fill a need that isn't there in the community. We are a 501c3 certified nonprofit charity organization that is dedicated to helping families with the loss of their child or children. And we help in a variety of different ways, but we handle care packages all across Wisconsin, support groups in Beaver Dam, and we help with funeral expenses.
The financial side of it with our funeral home is there are no charges for anybody under the age of 12. It's something that we're proud to do, but we don't like to do it. It's one of those things that we don't want to be having these services. We want these little ones to grow up and thrive and be awesome members of society.
Once we make contact, we offer first a care package. That is just getting something tangible in their hands, and that often consists of books. We have a lot of child loss authors that have written books that go into every single care package that we send out.
I wrote The 3 Mile Valley because I really got tired of hearing the misconceptions that people believed wholeheartedly. And I just felt like there's got to be a better way to think about life and loss and tragedy. And so that there's just not enough resources available. I was feeling everything that I was feeling as a parent who's suffered child loss. How many other parents who've suffered child loss feel just as frustrated as I do?
We have Bibles. We contract with the American Bible Society, so they give us donations of Bibles for free. And then my mother-in-law and other volunteers love to tab the Bibles. And so that is something super special. They get something right off the bat that just has so much love and care poured into it. We have stress balls and pens and coloring utensils and coloring books and journals. It's a lot of things, and we try to cover a multitude of coping mechanisms. And I think that that's incredibly important because, again, grief isn't the same. A person grieving might not find it helpful to journal as much as the next person. So that's why we try to expand and make sure that we send as much over, into the care packages as possible.
Well, the first thing that people usually go through when they have lost a child is that shock stage. But even if they're babies or grown-up adults like my sons were, it is the same sort of shock that hits you. And I've always called it the fog. And I can tell you, after I lost my first son, I was probably in the fog for 18 months. We're there to protect our children and meet all their needs that we did for so many years. And now they're gone. And there must have been something we could have done. So we inevitably go through the wouldas, couldas, shouldas.
I knew Amanda, so I knew that she would offer support, but I didn't really even know for sure that Bo's helped with things like miscarriage. And so I think for me, I would love to see more people just to be aware of that and know that you can come here, like this is a safe place no matter what your loss was. And just because your loss isn't as visible as somebody else's might be, that doesn't make you a fraud. That doesn't mean it doesn't count or that their life didn't matter.
I started coming to the support groups probably maybe a month and a half later. And then I never missed one. Like, it was something I looked forward to because they were people that just got it. They were going through something, they have lost a child. All of our stories are different, but yet the same. And you just feel like it's a safe space to talk about something that is really uncomfortable for a lot of people.
I had been on Bo's Heavenly Clubhouse Facebook page, and I noticed that it seemed to be a lot of younger child loss. And I felt like I wasn't sure I fit in because my son was 30 years old when he died. Once I attended the support group, anything I thought was wiped away. I was welcomed with open arms by every parent, and even the parents that were sharing of their losses, and they were younger child's miscarriages even and such. My heart went to them. So I think I learned and discovered it's really about child loss and parent grief. And anything that I self-stigmatized, it wasn't there.
In 2021, we launched a children's grief support group. With the board behind the decision, we decided to expand our support network to children. They're dealing with these adult emotions in a little body, right? And so our children's grief support groups run the third Monday of every month. We go through multiple different streams of media. We have art therapy, music therapy, play therapy. We've got a lot of different techniques to be able to meet them where they are at. Outside of our core programming, we do a lot of different events throughout the year. So in the springtime, we have what's called a bereaved mom spa day.
Midsummer, we like to offer for the dads a fishing trip out on Lake Michigan.
We also have a bereaved couples retreat, and that happens usually the first or second week of August. We also have adult fishing trip.
Yeah, mid to late August is kind of the time frame we do that, but it's usually a husband-wife fishing trip.
We have our Christmas adoption program that just allows us to be able to adopt 30 plus families throughout Wisconsin that are grieving and shop for them on, with their Christmas list, and to be able to adopt them and truly give them a good Christmas.
That's a pretty amazing program when you see all the volunteers that come to wrap all these presents. There's a lot of presents, and they do an amazing job wrapping them, and it's a lot of joy watching all those presents go out the door.
The events that we run for our clients that we serve, for the families that we serve, they are absolutely free. That's why we do all of the fundraising and grant writing that we do. We want to provide these opportunities to spark that joy and that love of life.
I remember my first support group. As I was walking down the hall to the room, and I saw Amanda step up and come towards me and ask if I was Sue, and I was like, yes. A big hug, welcomed me in. That night, there actually happened to be 2 other parents there that lost adult children the same way Ryan died, and one of them's son actually happened to be named Ryan. So I felt like at that moment, that was where I was supposed to be.
I know at first it's hard to feel that family when it's like your first time, but it's amazing to see those people that, were a little bit nervous coming in and now like hardly miss a time, because it's just that togetherness that it's hard to explain to somebody that hasn't lost a child. You feel like just seen, and that nothing you say is going to be laughed at or pushed to the side, ignored. So just to have people that are new on their journey, but also like many years down the road, and I think that's what gave me like hope coming to those groups, because I was a mess. I was like, I cannot live. Like, I'm kind of young yet, and I have a lot of years left, hopefully, to live without my daughter here.
But we were already super excited. We were coming up with names and telling our 1-year-old that he was going to be a big brother. He had no idea what was going on. But we were excited. And then a couple days later, we took another test, and there was nothing, no line. That was our first loss. And then right away, we're like, we can do this. We're gonna try again. And I was just in my head like, surely this can't happen twice. Like, there's no way. In October of 2023, we found out we were pregnant again. Actually, I was really sick, and I had gone to the doctor, and they were like, is there any way you could be pregnant? I was like, we've been trying for so long, there's no way that I'm pregnant. Not a chance. You're pregnant. You know you're pregnant, right? And I was like, no, I'm not. And so of course I start crying. I run to the bathroom while I'm on the phone with the nurse, and I grab a pregnancy test out of the drawer, and I took it, and within seconds the line popped up, and I'm thinking, this is so strong, like, this is it. This is gonna be our rainbow baby. So we knew our history. We went in for blood work right away, and we're tracking my HCG levels, and I saw the number, and I knew it was lower, and I knew that was, like, he was gone. And I called the nurse, and I begged her on the phone. I said, please, this can't be happening again. I can't do this again. I've always wanted to be a mom, and so those losses stung deep. And that's okay. And that's okay if it feels like not a drop in the bucket, and it's okay if it feels like waves crashing onto you. What I learned is miscarriage is really not talked about very much. I've been able to like throw Amanda book recs on like, hey, this really helped me, or she'll message me and be like, I really need like something for this grieving mom, and I can say, oh, this was great for me, or just kind of be that like bouncing board of support. Like, they can support us and we can kind of give them a little bit back too.
For a long-term goal for Bo's Heavenly Clubhouse, within this facility or not, I would absolutely love a grief center. That is a long-term bread and butter goal, and that is something that God laid on my heart in the very beginning, I feel like. And that, in my mind, has a lot of different rooms, a lot of rooms tailored to children, maybe like a calming room where they have things that they can do, like reading books and whatnot. I hope to have a facility that we can contract therapists to come in and meet with families. When thinking that big, this facility then seems small. If you or someone you know has experienced the death of a child or children, I encourage you to reach out to us. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram. You can email us at bosheavenlyclubhouse@gmail.com. You can search our website at bosheavenlyclubhouse.org or .com. Either one will take you there. If you're interested in donating to our organization, I invite you to go to bosheavenlyclubhouse.org/donate. You can choose to donate through our Amazon wish list, and that's attached there. You can donate tangible items for our care package program or our support group program, and all of those items will have a sticker of a donation if it's in memory of somebody. We love to be able to write their names down to sticker it on the actual items. You can also make monetary donations on there as well. We accept cash, check, money orders, as well as the online giving. If you are interested in volunteering, we invite you to go to volunteerdodge.com, and that will get you all of the volunteer opportunities for our organization.
It's never too late. Like, if say, oh, you know, oh, my child passed away a couple years ago and I didn't know about you guys, but now I do. Like, you're welcome. Like, child loss never goes away. Grief never goes away. So you're always welcome. Like, just take that first step. It's hard. It's scary. But, like, it changed my life.